Welcome back, everybody. You're watching CEO with me. I'm JJ, and I'm a CEO. Job descriptions. I'm living this right now, just like all my content. I'm talking to you about stuff I'm going through in my business right now. And I'm trying to write some job descriptions. I need to hire some management positions, and it's hard. It's very difficult and challenging to write job descriptions. Um, and I need help with it. And I want to share with you how I'm getting that help and what I've learned during this process. Before we get into that, please make sure you smash that like button, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the little gray bell for alerts, share with anybody you think that might get some value out of this. Now, on to job descriptions. What I realized, the first thing I realized when I started doing this is that I needed help. I needed so much help in this area. Look, I've got 26 employees right now, and it was not as difficult to write because I had specific duties and it was more like a task list when I started writing jobs. But when you start looking at, boy, hiring for management and more supervisor roles, and what you will when you start scaling your company, it's very, very challenging to write these job descriptions without some things in the background already being present. And that is, do you have an employee value proposition written? Do you have core values written? Do you have a vision statement? All of these things are so important to not only the person you're trying to hire, but to you. You want to find somebody that fits within your culture. So if you haven't defined your culture, it's already there. Look, if you've got an existing business, you have a company culture. You just need to discover what it is and write it down. Do not forget to write it down and then continue to communicate it. And that's where I realized I need help. I don't know the process of that, creating a vision statement. I've always known where I want to go, and everybody else kind of did too when we were smaller, when we talked a lot. But as we grew, you lose if it's not written down and you're not focusing on what your culture is about, it gets lost. So I got together with a consultant, and let me first start off with saying it's super expensive. It's costly to do this, but the value, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid because I understand the value of making sure your vision, your core values, your employee value proposition, all of that stuff, how important it is to just writing a job description. You don't want just ordinary people. You want people that fit in with the attitude of your company, with you, that you get along with, right? You want all of that stuff. And that is why these are so important. Now, what we got some music going on in the background here. So, why that's important, sorry about that. Why all this is important is just I needed some job descriptions. And then it just a light bulb moment went on. I don't want to spend time, energy, resources hiring somebody and then finding out that it doesn't work. We're just not a fit. So we need to write all of this stuff down. That's my advice out of this. Look, writing job descriptions is pretty easy when it's a task job, when you're just doing that. But when you scale and when you want people with more responsibility, and even those people, it's not, you've got to provide them with culture, with what is your company? What do you believe in? What does this company believe in? What are they trying to do internally? Is what you're doing the same values that other people have? It's so important to a workforce internally, and that then projects externally to the work that is being done and how far your business can go. Bringing in the right people, probably the most important thing you can do. So take the time when you're writing a job description to make sure that you have that employee value proposition, to make sure you have your core values established, and to make sure you have your vision established. Those all need to be written down, communicated on a daily basis to your existing employees and to your future employees, potential employees. I'm in the middle of doing this right now. Actually, I'm in the beginning of doing this right now. So it's going to be a challenging road. It's a timely process. My project is probably 3 months long is what we're mapping it out at this point for me to just be able to write a job description. So hopefully that helps and adds some value to any of you that are struggling writing a job description. It's not just as easy as writing down some tasks. You're not always going to find the right people. So keep learning, and thanks for CEOing with me.